Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here, and welcome back to our awesome Battlefield 1 coaching series called Analyze Your Game. And today's footage comes from Crevetta, who's been waiting quite a while for me to analyze his game. And it is on the map River Somme and game mode Domination. And he says in the email, I had a 39 kill streak with the Calibri, but I lost footage. That is quite heart-wrenching. I think this game is interesting because I start poorly, but then my inner skills take control and I start dominating. I hope you can learn from this. Cheers, Crevetta. So he's telling me that I will learn from this. So we shall find out soon enough. And before we start the video, don't forget to send in your footage for one of the upcoming episodes of Battlefield 1 Coaching Analyze Your Game. I do have quite a bit of footage already saved up, and I appreciate everybody who actually sent it in. It helps out a lot, and I never have enough footage. So without further ado, let's get the video started. So he's playing on PC, and if you guys are wondering what the hell's wrong with his weird ass control setup, that's because he uses an AZERTY keyboard. I know, it's super weird, but yeah, his keyboard uses an AZERTY layout as opposed to a QWERTY layout. Okay, so using the MP18 trench, Calibri. I don't play Domination all that often because the spawns are really bad, so I hope that your spawns are okay in this game. I don't know what happened to your grenade. When the hell did you throw that? I see what you mean by frame rate lag. So, I play with Crevetta every now and then, and I do know that he has frame rate problems with his PC on Battlefield 1. So, just excuse the little hiccups every now and then. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to learn from this. I'm seeing a whole lot of kill assists and not a whole lot of kills. Finish him off! Finish him off! Oh, that was close. That was close. Yay, first kill! Don't be scared to aim down sight, Crev. You don't have to always hip fire with the trench. You can aim down sight. There you go. Somebody's salty in chat. So look around, you know there's somebody there. Dead teammate might give you a little hint on where he is. Whoa. You can also burst fire. I know burst fire is not can't speak. I know burst firing is not as effective on Battlefield 1 as it was in previous titles, but yeah, you can still try it because, and yes, medics don't revive in this game. Burst fire, burst fire, burst fire. Don't, when you're that far away from the target, you're never gonna kill him if you're shooting fully automatic, because bullets go all over the goddamn place. People are salty in the chat. Jesus. Grenade. You could have had that. Don't be afraid to use your grenade when you're in a pickle like that. Fucking Calibri. Get a better pistol. Don't try to show off.
Controls all objectives.
Oh boy. You better start capping some objectives. Don't you just love the residual fire in Battlefield 1? You just... Oh, watch out! Oh my... Oh no, that's so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Gotta love that residual fire though, catching you're putting your body ablaze in like a split second of like stepping on it or close to it for that matter. Apparently in World War I, they wore kerosene doused clothes. That's why they caught fire so fast. That chat though, that chat's really toxic. Is it always like this in EU servers? Okay, literally your team needs to split up. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on Alpha. I don't know. Okay. You took useless damage here. Like, you took useless damage. You have to get a little bit further away from that when you're shooting it. Because it has a I think it's 6 meters or something. So that's a pretty big explosive radius. So just get further away. Don't take useless damage because that puts you at a disadvantage when you're getting into a fight later on. Another one. Oh my God, you are. Oh. Did you see? Did you see the bug right there? Shit. Did you see the bug right there? So right here, this is a problem that happened before the Easter update. Right here. So the tripwire is facing that way. Crevetta ran this way. And you shouldn't have made that blow up. But since there was that bug, fortunately you did. Oh man, that is so frustrating. That happened to me all the goddamn time. And before the patch, and it drove me absolutely bonkers. Okay, you really have to maybe split up from your team and go cap objectives on your own because you guys probably are going to keep getting out capped over and over again, and eventually you guys are going to be at a ticket deficit as opposed to the other team. Which is exactly what you're doing, see? See? Excuse me, I'm a goddamn psychic! Stop stepping in the fire. Jeez.
We have taken objective butter.
To your right? Yeah. Oh. So you have pretty good map awareness and... Behind you. You saw that guy. Don't turn around so fast all the time.
We have lost objective.
Your fucking... Your mouse is going like, whoa, when you turn. It's like, whoo, whoo, whoo. You can turn slowly. Especially because you saw there was a guy there. Had you not spinned around so fast, you would have probably killed him. Oh, look! A revive! Grenade, grenade, grenade! There you... Okay, you got your buttons messed up a little bit because I saw you melee right there.
We have taken objective apples.
To your right. Yeah. There's another one! I'm getting stressed out while watching your gameplay. Stressed out that you're gonna die.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Hopefully they change... You definitely heard that guy, so peek the corner. Don't just let him run up to you guys afterwards. Yeah, don't be afraid to use your gadgets. You know, use those things. Watch out for fire. So that's what I mean by spawns are all over the goddamn place in Domination. Literally, you can be going somewhere and somebody spawns like 2 feet from you, as you spawned right in front of enemies right there. Try and get the cover. Nice slide. See, that's a good use of the slide. To everybody watching, get into cover. Because before you could just slide at the same speed all the time. So get up, run, slide, get up, run, slide, get up, run, slide, and it would always be the same speed. But since the sliding nerf and all that shit, you actually have less acceleration after you slide. So it's always good to use the slide to get into cover. It is a little bit quicker. But after that, recovering from the slide to start running again is slower than it used to be. So that's something to keep note of, and using the slide to get the cover is a good tactic. Nice shot. You got a headshot with that? Those spawns all over the fucking place. I'll take a drink of water here. Good stuff. So yeah, your team, the thing, like, it's 12v12, and the thing with your team is they're all focusing on the same objective all the time, as opposed to splitting up. And that's probably one of the reasons why you guys are always losing. Well, you guys are doing okay ticket-wise, but it seems like they always have one flag up on you guys. Watch out for that dynamite too. Reload, reload, reload. There you go. Ooh, that's always dangerous. Also, slide around corners. I know it's a lame tactic to slide around corners, but it works, and you can't blame people for doing it. So let's just fast forward a little bit here. Hang on, let's just so let's say you know somebody's around this corner here. So let's say the guy's like here, holding his weapon like that. Wonderful drawings. And let's say he's aiming at head height, okay? And this would be you when you turn the corner. This would be your head. And that would be the bullet murdering you, okay? Creating a big fucking hole here. It's awful. Don't be afraid to use the crouch mechanic and the crouch slide mechanic, even though it's a bad mechanic to, like, you know, crouch slide down like this with your gun facing there, like fucking crouching. I don't fucking know how to draw that. And this guy would still be here with his gun facing that way, but he wouldn't be at head height anymore, and he would probably shoot, and it would go over your head, and then you would shoot him min-mass here, and you'd probably get the kill. I know it's a lame tactic, and crouch sliding is hated by a lot of the people in Battlefield 1, as it does seem a little bit unrealistic, especially since you can crouch slide uphill. But I mean, hey, don't hate the player, hate the game, and that was cringy. Grenade. Oh, you used it already. My bad. My bad. Hopefully that medic revives you. I doubt it, though. Nah, he's probably not going to revive you. No. Nope, 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 nope.
Halfway there, the enemy has the upper
Oh, we're using a different weapon, eh? Le optical. Do it. Do it.
We have lost objective apples.
So you're aiming, let's talk accuracy a little bit. Your accuracy is pretty damn good. You always seem to keep, what the, oh, there we go. You always seem to keep your accuracy like head height like that, which is good. Your aim's not going like this, which is not how you want aim. You want to aim like a nice level aim like that. Keep a nice steady hand. But you could aim down sight a little bit more as opposed to hip firing. I know hip firing is a very strong mechanic in Battlefield 1 because of suppression and just the fact that how the time to kill works. Don't blow your whole load like that with that weapon at that range. It has too high of a rate of fire and too much recoil now. Grenade. There you go. Good, good, good. So you're not wasteful with your grenades. You use them at the right times, which is great. A lot of people are wasteful with their grenades, or don't use them at all, which is even worse. Ooh, try and get the cover. Oh, that's unfortunate. What the fuck happened to the SMG? Oh, that was your first time trying it? The 0818? It's goddamn. It's a goddamn beast now. It shoots so freaking fast, but it's not good for long range anymore, or medium range at that, for that matter. I think this was recorded a while back. I don't remember what the date is on this. Which is February 20th, 2018. So the patch had dropped, but you just hadn't tried it yet. So yeah, the SMG 0818 is a goddamn monster now, as you can tell. You can absolutely just melt people with that thing. Nice. So using a little bit more of a competitive weapon now. Good, good. Domination, you kind of have to. It's so fast-paced. Yeah, you heard one down there. Don't be afraid to ADS. Use your explosives. You can't see. Use your AT grenades. Don't be afraid to use those. Yeah, we can see the lag coming out a little bit more right now. Nice. You are absolutely wrecking it with that weapon. Jesus. It's like the new Automatico, to be honest. Unfortunately, you guys are losing right now. Because, like I said, your team is always focusing on the same flags. Which isn't ideal. Reload your weapon? Yeah. Trying to get ammo from a teammate. Good luck. Behind you. Ooh, that was risky. You're lucky that guy went in a foxhole. You're dead. Oh, Jesus. You're lucky right there. So, when you're fighting inside trenches like this and you hear footsteps, like muddied footsteps or in the water or something like that, of people on top of it, it's always risky to jump up because you have that few seconds. Like that guy right there, he's on top. You have those few seconds where you can't actually shoot and the guy has the advantage if he spots you coming up that trench. So it's always kind of a... you're always at a disadvantage when jumping up on top of a trench like that and climbing over it and vaulting when there's somebody on top. So always be wary of that. And try and maybe loop around and come behind him. And try to predict where he's going to go if you're trying to do that. If not, try and exit the trench and then get a flank off on him. Because I see a lot of people make that mistake. They jump over the trench, they vault over it because they hear people coming, and then you're pretty much screwed because that person is going to have a 2-second advantage on you of putting bullets down your throat, which is probably going to, you know, lead to your demise. Good. Watch out for the fire. Oh boy. Oh, that fucking fire. That is the bane of your existence from what I can tell right now. That fire does not like you and you do not like the fire. Okay, okay. You gotta stop spawning on teammates now. It's getting ridiculous. Don't spawn on him.
We have taken objective butter.
So in Domination and TDM, unless you know your teammates are safe, it's always a little bit risky to spawn on them. Just because sometimes they're in a heated battle or enemies are spawning behind them and you automatically get shot and stuff like that, which I absolutely loathe. So in Domination, excuse me, in Domination I generally just random spawn, unless I know for a fact that my teammate is clear. If you know enemy presence, that's just unfortunate. That's the nature of a Domination. So we're coming up onto the end of the game here. And yeah, I imagine that they're gonna win because your team's just focusing on the same flags all together as opposed to splitting up the forces. And every time you cap a flag, they always have the one flag advantage on you, so then you cap the flag that you just left, and then it's always this game of the other team has an extra flag. Oh, your team's finally splitting up. I'm curious to see if you're going to win now. If you can keep the 2-flag lead, you might just be able to pull it off. Regardless, it is a pretty close game. Check your nade in the trench. Oh. Pick up his kit if you want to heal yourself. I don't think you have any medics near you. Oh, there you go. I lied, you did have a medic. Oh, the lag. The frame rate lag. I'm sorry you have to deal with this. Watch out for the barbed wire. ADS. ADS. Hipfire can only do so much for you. See there, you should have hipfired earlier, you should have ADS'd. But you're doing good. You're doing good. Like, your accuracy's on pretty much on point. You're aware of the minimap. You're aware of your surroundings with the audio cues of footsteps and all that stuff. A lot of people have a hard time with that. Okay, there you turned the corner. You just kept aiming at the same spot while the guy was moving. But I understand how it must be a little bit difficult to play with frame rate lags like you're suffering right now. Like micro stuttering, which must be incredibly frustrating. So you got, you guys seem to be pulling a win at your, you know, your hoo-ha right now. That was so goddamn Canadian. Okay, you're starting to fall behind there. I don't know what's happening. So if you guys can keep that 2-flag lead, you're definitely gonna win. Oh, you have to get on an objective right now. Absolutely have to get it. Watch out! Absolutely have to get on an objective. Behind you. He's right there around the corner, I think. Isn't he? Oh no, he went that way. Yeah, okay, yeah, there he is. Oh, this is really a tight game. You only have one ticket ahead of them. Just keep pushing those objectives and you should be able to win. As long as you keep the 1-flag lead, you'll be good.
We have lost objective apples.
You did the right choice at not shooting there. You were too far for that weapon's capability. It has terrible drop off and you do like pea shooter damage at that range, so I'm actually surprised you didn't play medic. You usually always play the MVP medic, reviving everybody, because most other medics don't revive. Ooh, this is nerve-wracking. That's just unfortunate. There wasn't a whole lot you could do there. If you had a grenade spare, you could have probably thrown it there. Go to Bravo. Go to Bravo. Let your team deal with Alpha. They're taking care of it. Watch out! Oh yeah. So what I would have done here? What I would have done here is Bravo. Hold up, I'm just gonna let it play so you can get on the map. So when you're leaving an objective and you know that the other objective that you're going to is contested, try not to go straight down the middle in a direct lane towards that objective. Maybe try to flank to the right, or well, in this case, not really flank to the left, because then you're gonna be like between both objectives here and here. And if they're going from Bravo to Alpha, then you're gonna be stuck there. And if they're going from Bravo to Charlie, you're gonna be stuck there. So try and take a flanking route that is not a straight line towards the objective, the contested objective or the enemy held objective, because then you run into enemies like what just happened now. You died here. There was a enemy here. There was the one that you killed here. And I also think there was one coming up on here. So if you would have flanked from this way like this, then they probably wouldn't have spotted you and you could have maybe came up behind him or them and shot them, surprised them or something like that. Instead, you like ran up the middle and you just took fires from either side of you, which you only managed to take out the one enemy. So just keep note of that. I know it's little things like that, but I mean, little things like that might help you like improve your game a little bit more, save a couple of deaths here and there. I suspect you're going to win nonetheless. But, you know, I know you're a pretty decent player, so I'm a little bit more picky on what I talk about. And I lost my train of thought. Don't take throw a grenade at that distance or take out your AT rocket gun. You're not going to be able to do any damage. Especially, yeah, he's bipoded now. Oh boy. Aww. So you guys have 2 objectives? Yeah. So the win is imminent. It was a really close game. At the beginning you struggled a little bit, but you ended up doing pretty decent. You could have saved yourself a couple of deaths. Burst firing right there would have got you the kills, as opposed to full automatic fire. So that's a win. Okay, maybe bring up the scoreboard here. That chat is awful. Do you bring up the scoreboard? No. Okay, so I'm just going to pause it here. So, map awareness is good. Audio awareness, audio cue awareness is good. Your aim is on point. It's pretty steady. It doesn't go like this. It stays pretty much in a straight line, head level of the enemies or any soldier that is running around you. Try and aim down sight a little bit more, like when you're at range, and try to hip fire when you're close. I was seeing that both were getting kind of mixed up. Sometimes you were aiming down sight when you're close range and not aiming down sight when you're longer range. Burst fire a little bit more. In this game, you cannot fully automatic fire at range. Like 80% of your bullets won't hit the enemy, especially with the SMG 0818. That thing has way too much recoil. You were using your grenades pretty effectively. Try to take a little bit different flanking routes instead of going straight down the middle to an enemy objective. If you're trying to go cap an objective, try and get a nice flanking route off. It probably will save you a couple of deaths here and there if you're trying to improve your kill death ratio. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I know it must be a little bit difficult to play with frame rate drops like you were getting, but use maybe a little bit of those tips, and you'd probably get a much better kill death ratio and just stay alive longer. And generally, if you stay alive longer, you can do more for your team in order for them to win. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Battlefield 1 Coaching. While I'm doing the outro, I'll put the information on screen once again if you want to send in your own footage for one of the upcoming episodes. So leave any more tips and tricks in the comments down below that you would want to give Krev. Don't forget he's on PC. And while you're down there, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.